What is that mug?
Oh, it's from a movie, Trick or Treat. It's a horror movie.
Ah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
You ever play Little Big Planet?
No, but I know it.
It looks like a
It
Little
does.
Big Planet mug.
Yeah.
I used to play that game.
But scary.
That game is scary.
Is it? What's it about? Tell me everything about it.
It's like a sandbox, kind of. So it depends, because there's like preset levels. It's a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also like you can make your own levels, which that's what I spent my entire time doing. I was like, why would I play these lame preset levels when I can make whatever I want? But my levels sucked.
Yeah.
I wish I still had them. Go play my old levels.
Yeah.
It was just like you go in and you have the strongest little weapon you can get, and then you just kill a bunch of little enemies.
You
might be a psychopath.
You want to hear something wacky I did the other day?
Of course.
All right, so I had to get a new phone.
Yeah.
Right.
You did? I
did.
thought you got it fixed.
No, okay.
So you lied to me.
No, I had to get something fixed.
You spun this little tale about how you went and got your phone fixed.
No, it'll get to that, I promise.
Okay.
So I bought this new phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I got the phone, and I was talking to my dad, because usually he's the one that goes to activate them, at the phone people, the phone gods.
Yeah.
And he couldn't, because he had to be at work. So I went by myself. I went with Magdalena. And we get there, and I activate the phone, and my dad was like, the account is under my phone number, and there's a PIN. So I gave the guy my dad's phone number and the PIN, and the guy activated this phone with my dad's number.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
So
for people who fix phones or like set them up for a living, they never know how to do it right.
No. And of course I went at like 6:30 and they close at 7. And I'm like, bro, can you fix this really quick?
Dick.
And then
you
he's
went like half an hour before closing.
Listen, I get out of work at 5. Okay.
How would you feel if at 4:29? Wait, no, you get out at 5?
Well, I get out at 4:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. So at 4:29, someone comes in. Yes, I'll take a pizza.
I know, right?
Or flowers. Yeah, I'll take 100 flowers.
So I go in there and I'm like, man, I know you're about to close, but could you fix this really quick? And he's like, I need both phones to do it. So yesterday, after I got out of work again, I had my dad's phone with me. Poor man went all day without his phone at work. I feel so bad. And I got it fixed. So that's where the fixing comes in. Like I told you.
But you didn't fix your old phone.
No, I fixed this one.
Right, but I was like, you texted me on your regular number, because you had been texting me through your email before.
Well, I have my number now.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, oh, he got a new phone. I said, did you get a new phone? And you said, no, I got my phone fixed. And then you told me how you got it fixed.
Oh, I'm silly. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, boy. Welcome to the Off the Shelf podcast. My name is Josh.
And I'm Vinny.
What are we talking about, Vinny?
Man, I feel like we talk about Robin a lot on this channel. Maybe not. We did Robin Year 1, and I don't know if that will come out before this episode. Maybe. But I thought, why not talk about Robin again? You like Robin?
I like Robin. He's okay.
Who's your favorite Robin?
Damien.
Fuck you, man. So...
No,
and we talked about Death in the Family, where Robin dies.
Is that it?
Yeah. We talked about 2 Robins so far. And a little bit of Tim.
Yeah,
he shows up
in the Family is kind of a Robin book.
Yeah, he's the main character. you know, I mean, it's called Batman: Death in the Family, but
I mean,
it's
it's
about
still
Robin
about
going
Batman,
to the
though.
Middle East. And
Yeah, but he's
finding
not
his
in
mom.
half the book. It's just Batman looking for him for half
He's
the
in the
book.
majority of the book
Okay,
until he
okay.
dies, and then it's a Batman book and a Superman book.
So, I started watching this movie last night,
Okay.
a Batman movie,
What?
and because it caught my eye because it was called like Mechs versus Mutants.
Oh no!
Have you seen it?
No, I see them on like HBO Max.
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, are these like kid movies?
Yeah, it is.
I bet.
I didn't finish it because
Yeah. They have like horrible names. I think there's one called like Monster Mayhem or like Animal Attack or something.
It started out as like, I thought it was going to be like Batman Pacific Rim, and it kind of is.
Yeah, okay.
But then I don't know, like it's just the Penguin going around collecting all the villains and then like supersizing them.
Oh.
It's cool, but
that's weird.
It's really kiddie.
I bet.
Yeah.
Why was the Penguin doing it?
He just wanted to.
He just wanted to.
He was mad because Batman sent him to go live in Antarctica for a year or something.
Okay. What? But it was like, go to Antarctica. Oh, because he's a penguin.
He like exiled him.
Okay.
And he was mad about it, so he's like, I'm gonna kill the Batman.
You know what? I would be too. His name's the Penguin, but he's a guy.
Yeah, but his plan to kill the Batman or destroy Gotham or whatever was to supersize his friends. So that but Batman's got this huge mech suit.
Yeah.
So
did he already have it built?
I think so. I didn't get that far because he uses it in the beginning.
Okay.
And then it like jumps back in time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a Tarantino film.
Nice. Is there feet in it?
Lots of feet, dirty,
Nice.
Stinky feet. Yeah.
Yeah. You get like a hot actress and just take your shoes off.
Yeah, but the reason I mention it is because Damian was the Robin in it.
Oh.
Oh
Who
man.
else was in it?
Green Arrow was in it.
No way.
But he's like super lame.
Oh.
He was making these like what do you call those?
One-liners?
Yeah, he was making these one-liners the entire time, and they were so cringe.
I bet.
Yeah.
Sounds just like the comics.
Does he do that in the comics?
Nah,
He was so lame. I was like, this is awful.
Yeah. Man, I love Green Arrow, and that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I didn't like him. I hate Green Arrow now.
Oh, no.
That's the only thing I've seen.
Great, I have a Green Arrow book planned. Not for today, but
perfect.
For soon.
I'm ready to hate on it.
Perfect.
Man, who's flying airplanes over the house?
I know, right?
This is a no-fly. This is a no-fly zone.
Oh, it's gonna be a long day today.
Yeah, it is. It's already been a long day. This is a long day on top of a long day. Let's talk about this Robin book.
So this is Robin Reborn, Volume 1 of Robin, written by Chuck Dixon, art by...
He's a Christian now.
Yeah, he's reborn.
Yeah, he's a born again.
Of course.
Yeah.
So this takes place a few years, maybe 1 to 2 years after the death of Jason.
Okay.
So Jason dies, and immediately Batman's like, all right, time to get another one.
Well, he's lonely.
Of course. Alfred's not enough. And so previously, Tim... Do you know anything about Tim Drake? Tell me everything you know about Tim Drake.
Man, we've talked about him.
Perfect.
All the Robin stories are kind of the same, except for
Okay.
Damian and the other one.
Who's the other one?
The girl.
Oh, okay.
I always
Carrie.
forget her name. Carrie.
Yeah, okay.
But everyone else has the same
So then
backstory,
tell me
right?
tell me what Tim's is.
Parents died because they're bad at their job. Or
Okay.
sometimes they get shot, but I think that's just Dick's parents.
Okay.
Right? Like, what's the job of a...
Acrobat?
Yeah, what's the job of an acrobat? To not fall?
Yeah. Well, okay, it's not their fault. Their trapeze was loosened.
I know.
And Jason's parents were killed because one died of a disease and the dad was like just bad at his job.
Yeah.
But Tim, his origin's completely different.
Oh, okay.
Like
Timmy.
Yeah, little Timmy. So Tim Drake is actually from like wealth. Like he's a wealthy kid.
Oh, right. Yeah, you told me about that. He's got a dad and his dad's still alive, right?
Yes. His mom is killed by this weird character named like the Amoeba Man.
Amoeba Man?
Amoeba Man or Obiomio Man.
I bet that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's you. Yeah, that's what they intended.
Yeah.
Obamimio Man.
It's such a weird combination of letters. It doesn't matter.
Amoeba. It's spelled weird, but
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I think it's amoeba.
So what? He like turns into an amoeba?
I have no idea.
He's a single-celled organism.
His mom is just killed by this man, and his dad is crippled.
How? He went into their water?
Yes.
Oh,
So
man.
his dad is crippled and unconscious.
Okay.
Currently, and
How long has he been crippled and unconscious?
pretty recently.
Is that different from just like a coma?
No, he's in a coma.
Okay.
And he's in the hospital. And Tim... Okay. I'm not going to spoil what happens to Tim later, so I'll try to stay current with this book. So Tim is from like a wealthy family of Gotham, and his dad is now crippled, his mom is dead, and he, at a very young age, saw the Flying Graysons the night they fell and died.
Yeah.
And he was able to piece together that Dick Grayson was the first Robin and that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Because he went to the Flying Graysons, he saw little Dick Grayson perform a stunt, and then he saw Robin do that same stunt and was like,
What was the stunt?
It was like some triple
like a
backflip or some crazy shit.
It's always a backflip.
Of course. And he was like, well, if Dick Grayson's Robin, then Bruce Wayne has to be Batman.
Oh, so he killed Dick Grayson so that he could be Robin?
No, Tim just walks in and is like, I know
Dick's Nightwing. He's
Dick's
not
Nightwing.
even dead.
No.
Yeah.
He killed Jason.
Yeah, he killed Jason.
This is when you learn
He joined the Taliban.
Tim puts on Joker makeup. He's like,
Yeah. The 15-year-old Joker.
Yeah. And Tim is about 15, 16. So Tim goes to Bruce and is like, hey, I know you're Batman. Let me be Robin or whatever.
Is he smart? He seems smart.
He's intelligent.
Okay.
Now, all the Robins are very different. Even though they're also incredibly similar.
The same. They're the same character.
Like, they look the same.
Yeah.
They all wear the same costume.
They have the same voice.
Oh,
same face.
I imagine.
Yeah.
You ever watch Teen Titans Go?
No.
There's an episode or something where there's multiple Robins from different universes, and they're all voiced by the same guy. Even though one is like Dick, one is Tim, one is Carrie. I think it's still voiced by the same guy. Anyway.
Man, so you watch Teen Titans Go?
I don't, but I've seen this clip, and it's kind of funny. They also have Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yes, I saw the trailer for that a million times when it was out.
Yeah.
I always got turned off to that show because the animation sucks. Mm-hmm. Like, they're little chibi characters, but the animation in the original Teen Titans is like prime.
It's epic.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't get into it.
Neither can I. So Batman's like, yeah, sure, Tim, you could be Robin, whatever. And so, I was saying, like, all the Robins are very similar, but like Tim is the acrobat. Or no, Dick is the acrobat. Jason is like the angry,
dead one.
The dead one. So
that's his shtick.
Yeah. So Dick is like the most agile. Jason might be the strongest. But he's the most aggressive.
Because he's also the most
dead. Yeah. He's the most aggressive.
Okay.
And Tim is the most intelligent. And Tim also has, like, no background in fighting at all. So he's like, I want to be Robin. And Batman's like, okay. I'll have to dig another grave, but all right.
Yeah, he's like, okay, block this punch.
Immediately breaks his arm.
Yeah.
So I should also mention Tim Drake is the first Robin to have a costume with full pants.
Wow.
Yeah,
he did it. Good for him.
Good for him. And immediately after putting the costume on, he's like, I don't know if I could do this. And Batman's like, bro, you just begged me to do it. And Tim's like, yeah, I know, but I'm 15. Like, I'm stupid. I don't know why you're agreeing with me.
Yeah, why did you listen to me?
Exactly. I love this image right here where Tim and Batman are just looking at a bunch of murder weapons.
No, like, interview to be Robin?
No. Well, I mean, I guess, like, there was an interview because, like, Tim helped Batman fight Two-Face.
Oh, okay.
whatever.
That's more of a hazing than an interview.
Yeah,
like, he's already in at that point.
Yeah, Batman has a frat house.
Yeah.
So Batman's like, okay, Tim, you're not a good fighter. But you don't need to be the best fighter to be a good Robin. You have something the other Robins don't have, and that's your brain. You're smart. You're the most smart. You were able to figure out who I am. And Tim's like, well, yeah, I'm not an idiot like the rest of Gotham. And Bruce is like, if you really want to be like the best Robin, if you want to train and everything, then you're going to need more training than just me and Alfred. So Bruce is like, I will send you like overseas to train like I did. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, you remember Lady Shiva from Death in the Family? She was one of the characters that Jason thought was his mom.
Yeah.
She shows up again in this. And you meet her, she walks into this like billionaire's house, and he's like in a wheelchair and he's been beaten up. And Lady Shiva...
It's Bruce?
No.
Oh.
And so Lady Shiva is like, oh, I didn't expect you to look like shit. I came here to fight you because you're the best fighter. But it turns out someone already beat me to it, so now I gotta go find that guy and defeat him to prove that I'm the most deadliest person in the world.
The most deadliest.
Yeah. Because she's like the deadliest woman in the world, but she wants to be the deadliest person in the world. I love this moment where she's talking to the guy and Shiva's like, this dude broke into your house, beat you up, and killed all your men. I'm sorry about your men. And the guy's like, I don't give a shit about my men who died. I'm just upset that they were overpaid.
Damn.
Yeah. Also, here's how he looks.
Cold. I mean, he's pretty beaten up, but it seems like he deserved it.
Oh no, yeah, he totally did.
What is he? What does he do? Do we know his character?
He's like, not really. He's like just a murderer type ninja guy.
I saw a Sony building. Is he like an executive at Sony?
I guess he might be. I don't know.
Or is it from the building next door?
It's next door.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, his building's not even as tall as the Sony building.
Yeah.
So how important can you really be?
I mean, importance is definitely measured by building height. Yeah.
So we pick up with Tim, and he's like packing for his trip. He puts a framed picture of him and his parents in a suitcase, and then Alfred is like, Master Timothy, maybe you should bring your Robin suit. And Tim's like, okay, I guess. I'm just going to train. I'm not going for a crazy adventure. No way that's going to happen.
Oh, no. There's no way they're writing a book on this for the exact reason that it's happening.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to have a totally normal adventure in Paris. He's going to Paris. So before he goes to Paris, he goes to his mom's grave. I think her name's Janet. Janet Lynn Drake says goodbye. He goes to his dad, says goodbye. And then Alfred brings him to the airport. And he is on the plane, and he ends up in Paris. And he's like, wow, it's so cool. I've only ever been to Gotham City. And immediately he's met by this character, Shang-Chi. Not like Shang-Chi from Marvel, but Shang-Chi.
Are they the same character?
No. They're just both Asian characters who are really good at martial arts.
Right, that seems to be like the only type of Asian character that can exist in comics.
Yeah. So Shang-Chi is like, oh, you're Tim. I am the grandson of the llama who you're being trained by. He's also like, I'm one of the students who are going to be training with you. I'm also the only other student. And you actually find out that Shang-Chi is going to be the one who's training Tim in fighting. And the llama is more for like meditation and healing and stuff. Here's the llama right here. Is this old ass guy.
So the llama trains the mind and the other guy trains the body.
And Shang-Chi is like, you have to pick a weapon. You have to become like proficient in some weapon. He shows him a big wall of weapons with like bows and arrows and a crossbow and like a spear. And Tim,
let me guess.
Okay.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
He chooses a big stick.
No.
Oh, I thought this was the one that used a bow staff.
He chooses a slingshot.
A slingshot? Why is that an option?
That's literally what everyone says.
That's not an ancient art.
No, it's not.
Is it? Maybe it is.
It's a sling. And he's like, okay. And everyone's like, that is the worst fucking weapon. We should have threw that in the incinerator years ago. But that's what he wants to learn. But at night, Shen-Chi is like, Tim, come on, let's go to a club.
You ever seen Kung Fu Panda?
Of course.
You know, he goes into the dojo and he's like, maybe I could train on that. And they're like, we use that to prop the door open when it's hot. That's what they use the slingshot for.
So, Shen-Chi breaks...
Why is this in Paris?
I don't know. It's just where they live.
Do they have, like, temples in Paris?
Sure. I don't know. I really don't know why it's in Paris.
Okay.
Shen is like, come on, Tim, let's go to a club. Let's have a good night. And Tim is like, you beat me savagely today. All my bones hurt. I don't want to go out. And Shen-Chi's like, it sucks. It sucks to be you, bro. We're going out. So they go to this club, and Tim's trying to have a good time, and then he sees this young, spicy senorita in the corner. She walks over to him. They start talking. He's like, wow, she came over to me.
So he speaks French?
No, neither does she.
But they're in France?
They are in France. She speaks French and English and Chinese or Asian or...
Asian? She speaks Asian?
She speaks Asian,
yeah.
She speaks many languages. She's not just a girl in this story.
So I'm fluent in Asian. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Asian languages. She speaks many Asian languages.
Okay.
And so she starts talking to Tim, and she's like, oh, you're an American? That's hot. And Tim's like, yeah.
Yeah, right. The French hate the Americans.
Well, she's also Chinese.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So she's got... So she's not from Paris, then?
I guess not, no.
Because otherwise she would hate him.
Yeah.
Canonically.
So Shen walks over to Tim, and this girl's name is Ling, or Lynx, and she's
How's it spelled?
Well, it's L-I-N-G, but then later, or L-Y-N-G, but then later she's L-Y-N-X.
Okay.
She just changed, code name.
Got it.
You know.
Yeah, that's...
She just changes one letter. It's me, Benny.
You
never know. Yeah. So she's talking to Tim, and then Shen comes over and is like, hey, babe, why are you talking to this white boy? Why don't you come hang out with me? And she punches him in the neck. And then Shen is like, ah! And then she's like, Tim, let's go outside for some air, right? Smoke a ciggy. And Tim's like, oh, God.
Is she older than him?
No, they're about the same age. She's just, bad and rebellious.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they go outside and immediately are like, not attacked, but like confronted by this gang called the Ghost Dragons. And they're like, hey, Ling, what are you doing with that guy? Come on, let's go.
The Ghost Dragons?
The Ghost Dragons.
The Ghost Dragons.
The Ghost Dragons.
Why?
They're just the Ghost Dragons.
It's kind of a hat on a hat, isn't it? Like, you can't be just the ghost to the dragons.
Well, you know what they say, 2 hats is better than 1. I don't know.
They do say that.
So they're like, hey...
They got a beanie and a top hat.
Oh, yeah. Fedora.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, Ling, stop hanging out with that guy. Let's go. And they're like harassing her. And Tim is like, hey, stop, leave her alone. And they beat the shit out of Tim. And then they take her. It turns out later that she's like with them. She's part of the Ghost Dragons. And they're supposed to be going on like a little mission, or they have a task that they have to go get done. We'll talk about that later. And Tim is sitting in this alleyway like, oh, I got my shit rocked, bro. My nose is bleeding. Time to be Robin. Thank God for Alfred. So he sneaks into the llama's house, takes the Robin costume, and tracks down
Why did he have to sneak into the house? Yeah, he didn't want them knowing he's going out?
Well, because he didn't come back with Shen. So the llama would be like, where's my grandson? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So Tim tracks down the Ghost Dragons, and they're beating up this man. He's like chained up. They're punching him. I guess interrogating him. More like just torturing him. And his name is Clyde. And Robin rescues him, beats up some of the Ghost Dragons, and him and Clyde, he like unchains Clyde. And they team up and partake in battle together against the Ghost Dragons. As Lady Shiva watches from like the scaffolding of the building.
Yeah.
She does a lot of stuff in this book. She's like integral to this story. So Robin and Clyde beat up a bunch of the ghost dragons. They retreat, like the rest of them that aren't, laying limp on the floor. They retreat. Lady Shiva's still watching them. She runs away. She jumps out of the window. And
sorry to cut you off. So Robin gets beat up by these guys in the alley.
Yeah.
But then with his costume on, he can take them.
Well, they got the jump on him. He didn't expect. I don't know. He didn't have gadgets and stuff.
Oh, he's got gadgets too.
Yeah, he's got like batarangs.
And he got those through TSA.
Didn't even think about that. His Robin costume, the R, he could take it off and throw it.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Batman definitely flew him in a private jet, right? There's no way he flew like
I don't think
regular United Airlines.
No, because there's
right?
people like random people just sitting next to him.
Okay.
I'll try to find it.
You actually see him on a plane towards Paris.
Yeah, you see him on the plane.
Oh,
literally right here.
Man, he's got his Robin case in his carry-on? Yeah. There's no way.
So, the ghost dragons, they run away.
Can't even bring a water bottle onto a plane.
You can bring a full Robin costume.
Yeah.
How does he expect to get the sling back? Slingshot.
Maybe it's made of wood.
I think it is, actually, yeah. So, the rest of the ghost dragons
Classic
escape.
Paris souvenir.
Oh, yeah. The rest of the ghost dragons escape, and they go to their boss, who is Sir Edmund Dorrance, who is also known as the King Snake, who's this big, jacked British man.
Is he snake related, or is that just like a mob name?
It's more like just a mob name. He's like a kung fu guy.
Okay.
King Snake. He has a big tattoo of a snake on his chest.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah. He has such a convoluted, dumb scheme in this book. It's epic. So the ghost dragons are like, we failed! There was this American in a costume! And King Snake is like, and then like kills one of the... These are kids, by the way. The ghost dragons are like teenagers.
Oh, I didn't know. They look like adults.
Some might be. Yeah. Maybe.
They probably
definitely not older than
young,
20s.
Though, right.
Yeah, they were like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 90s. The Foot, they're like all teenagers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
No, I never watched it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Anyway, so King Snake is like real upset. He's like, you let an American boy, you let Robin. He knows Robin.
Can you do it in a French accent? Would he have a French accent?
No, he's British.
What?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
His name is Sir Edmund Dorrance. From
Edmund, yeah.
Edmund, yeah, from England.
That's a whack name.
English Ed. I don't know. So he's really upset, and the ghost dragon's like, we will not fail you again. Meanwhile, Clyde wakes up in like this 5-star hotel, and he looks over, and Tim is there pouring like tea or coffee, and Clyde is like, how old are you? How did you afford this? And Tim's like, don't worry about it. I got a fat... Never mind. I was going to say a fat credit card, but that doesn't make sense. I have a fat stack of cash. Don't worry.
My credit card doesn't fit in my wallet. It's too thick.
Exactly. And
you know, the size of the credit card doesn't change the amount of money.
Yeah, I know. I know. Anyway, so Clyde is very like... He doesn't really want to talk to Robin. He's happy that Robin saved his life. Also, like, healed him, bandaged him up a little bit.
And they slept in the same room?
No.
Oh.
I think... Well, yeah, but Tim, like, slept on the couch, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe he just didn't sleep. I don't know. And you don't really learn too much about Clyde yet. He's very, like, secretive about his past. Because it's sad and everything. But then... Lady Shiva jumps through the window and is like, you're both in grave danger. Okay. She's like, you're both in grave danger, and you're like a stupid 15-year-old kid, and you're a dude who's covered in bandages and shit. You're gonna need, like, an expert assassin. So, like, I'll join your
This
team.
is Shiva?
Shiva.
I thought she was bad. Okay.
She is, but she is also like she will use you to, you know,
get what she
wants.
Yeah, so she's got some gripe against these guys they're going after. Or?
Yeah, she's because the guy in the beginning who got all fucked up, that Lady Shiva went to kill, King Snake was the guy that fucked up.
Oh, okay.
So he's like the most
Powerful,
deadly man in the world or whatever.
Greatest fighter.
Exactly. And Lady Shiva's like, I have to kill him and then become the deadliest. But she doesn't tell them that. She's like, we gotta defeat him. He has a scheme going on. I'm definitely not gonna kill him. Even though Clyde is like, no, I'm gonna kill him. Like, they both have their reason. Yeah, they all have their reasons for wanting to go after King Snake. I mean, Robin thinks they kidnapped the girl. He doesn't know that the girl is part of the Ghost Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Lady Shiva wants to kill King Snake because she wants to be the deadliest. And I'll just tell you Clyde's backstory. He's a detective, or he was a detective who was, like, he got too involved in King Snake's schemes and his gang, and they killed his wife and kid, so he wants revenge on them.
Okay. That's a good reason to want revenge.
Exactly.
I just realized something. So the leader of the Ghost Dragons, the Dragon Ghosts, dragging these ghosts across, okay. He's the King Snake, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, okay. So
why isn't he the King Dragon or the King Ghost?
Well, yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. Or why aren't they the snakes or something? You know,
that's
the Cobra Kai.
That's a really great question. I have no idea.
There's no correlation to anything. It's just
literally no.
It sounded cool.
It's just two names that sounded cool.
Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah. So Clyde decides to train Robin a little bit because Robin's supposed to be training, and he's only gotten like the shit kicked out of him like 4 times. And so Clyde is like, "You're good, but I can make you better." Clyde's also jacked. And like I said, he's a detective, but I think he served in military and stuff. He has training.
But he knows how to, like, box.
Yes.
Right.
And it's kind of cool because, like, first Tim learns a little bit of Kung Fu or something. And now he's learning to box. And later he's going to learn something else. And he gets the shit kicked out of him by fucking Clyde.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Strength beats technique.
Exactly.
Every time.
Exactly.
If you put a boxer in the
especially if you have no technique.
Well, yeah. He started a day ago.
And Clyde is just like wailing on Tim, and Tim's like, he's angry. He's like crying. He's like, and Clyde's like, "You're full of anger. You gotta use it." And then Tim just goes bananas on Clyde and punches him in like the ribs, like where his bandages are. And Clyde falls to the floor. It's like, ah. And Tim's like, "I'm sorry." And Clyde's like, "No, don't be sorry. Like, that's what I wanted you to do. Finish me!"
He's like, "Oh yeah, hit me again."
Exactly.
Writhing in pain on the ground.
Mm-hmm. So later, the Clyde, Shiva, and Robin, they find out a part of King Snake's scheme.
Why were they interrogating him? Does he have some information?
He does have some information.
Okay.
The Ghost Dragons are getting like this cargo shipment of an old Nazi germ bomb.
Okay.
And the said germ in the bomb is the bubonic plague.
Okay.
So it's a bomb that when it explodes, it will release Black Death.
Couldn't we like cure it though?
I guess so.
Because like people don't get it anymore. So there's got to be like a cure for
King
it, right?
Snake didn't think about that. Robin and the crew get the drop on the Ghost Dragons as they're getting the shipment, and there's like 2 trucks, and I think they blow up one of the trucks, and then the other one gets away to King Snake, and his plan only gets more ridiculous. He's like, "Okay, I have the bomb." So, okay, his plan is to get the bomb and encase it in salt. And then he builds a giant water system with, like, pipes and everything to submerge the salt bomb in the water so it dissolves.
It's like a bath bomb.
And it makes it more airborne.
Huh.
And I don't know. And he's gonna use it on Gotham.
Okay.
That's his plan.
If I woke up one morning, I'm living in Gotham, right?
Yeah.
I wake up, I go get a drink of water from the faucet, and it tastes like salt.
Yeah.
I'm moving out of Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Faux show. Yeah.
That's
also,
it.
he's doing
Also,
this...
why Gotham? Doesn't he live in Paris?
Literally. Also, I think now there is...
Is it because Robin came and beat up his guys?
I think so,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
This book is all over.
Yeah.
Like, it's in Paris, Hong Kong, Gotham. Like, they're going everywhere. I think right now they're in Germany.
That is everywhere.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 places. Paris, Hong Kong, Germany, and Gotham.
Literally. I think they're in Germany right now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting the bomb.
The Nazi bomb.
Yeah.
There's this cool moment where... oh, no, they don't blow up a truck. Tim jumps... There's like a cave system where they have like a bunch of crates with like ammunition and weapons and everything. And Tim blows those up. And since it's like a cave or like a tunnel, there's a bunch of bats in there. So when the ghost dragons like arrive to kick the shit out of Tim again, Tim like hits the wall or something, or the big explosion causes all the bats to go crazy and attack the ghost dragons. And it's kind of cool seeing this Robin with like bats for the first time.
Yeah. He doesn't have like a bat whistle to like
no,
call him out.
I wish he did though. That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Here's King Snake's water system. He explains
and
it.
he built a giant chessboard next to it.
Yes, he did. So eventually Lady Shiva is like, oh, there's also this funny moment where while they're traveling to get the bomb, Clyde and Robin are in the car, and then Shiva's in another car, but they have headsets on so they can hear each other. And Robin and Clyde don't realize that the headsets are like on, so they're talking about Shiva, and Clyde is like, yeah, she's like a bitch, but man, she's hot. And Robin's like, yeah, man, I'd smash. And she was just like, bro.
Oh, no.
It's so funny.
Robin says that he's 15.
Yeah. No, he doesn't say, yeah, I'd smash. He's like,
what is
yeah.
she, like 30?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you know, she is quite beautiful. That's what she says. Or what he says.
That's respectful.
Exactly. Eventually, Shiva is like, all right, you got trained. Like, I know you're Robin. I know what Robin is. Robin is a sidekick to the Batman. I know Batman. I was there when the other Robin died. I was a part of that book. But you don't fight like the other
She's
Robins.
like, I show up every time a Robin is about to die.
Exactly. So she's like, you don't fight like the other Robins. You're not trained well.
She's like, you're not good.
Yeah.
Like
So Shiva trained Robin.
Suck. Everyone's training Robin.
Everyone's training Robin.
Yeah.
And this time Shiva is like, that slingshot is shit. Throw it away. You're going to use a real weapon.
Sling it away, yeah.
You're going to use a real weapon. Here's a bow staff.
Oh, so he is the one that uses the
one
bow
with the bow
staff.
He chooses it because there's no blades or anything that could kill you. And, you know, she trains him in that. And he becomes quite proficient in it. Meanwhile, King Snake is up to his dastardly scheme once again. He's getting closer to getting it started. The salt is being submerged in the water. Here's the training montage between them. Meanwhile, Clyde is just watching like, huh. I'd smash. Like, he's like, I hate this bitch, but man, she's
in motion.
Exactly.
Man, so he doesn't like join in on the training or anything?
No, he just watches.
Huh.
He's being cucked.
He just likes to watch.
Exactly.
He's sitting
Here's
in the
King
corner
Snake
on
with
a
his
stool.
tattoo of a snake. It's not as cool as I thought it was.
Oh, you hyped it up.
I know.
I thought it was going to be epic, but
I don't remember it being in that position. I remember it being a lot cooler.
Yeah, it's like docile sleeping snake.
Yeah, it's just like a chilling snake.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. But just like that tattoo,
It's too
so
cute.
does he.
It's like the cutest snake I've
It
ever
even has
seen.
a little tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. So
It's not even like a it's like a gardener snake.
exactly. Horrible. It's not a king snake.
Oh,
Get out of
man.
here.
It should be like a cobra or something.
So, this one cool thing that Robin does with the bow staff is he like cuts a little hole at the top So when he swings it, it makes like a whistling noise to like distract Shiva or distract whoever he's fighting. And she's like, "Wow, you are smart." And I'm reading it like, he just carved a hole. He's not smart.
He's the first person to ever do it.
Exactly. He just vandalized this stick. It wasn't his. Shiva gave it to him. She's like, bro, that was $4,000.
A stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She's like, I grew that stick from a tree and then chopped it off. So Robin, Shiva, and Clyde. Here's the salt block with the. It's in a cooler.
Oh, it's small.
Yeah.
I was expecting a cartoonishly huge bomb.
No. It's really.
So he's putting it in the water to put it in the air.
And the water, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll evaporate. I don't know. Not the best plan, but it's the one we got. So, Robin and the crew show up to King Snake's, like, giant, tall building, way taller than the guy in the beginnings. And
that's how you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's the Sony building.
She should have started with him. Yeah, he's got the Sony building.
Yeah. And so Clyde has a shotgun, and he's like ready to go in. And Shiva and Robin are like, bro, we're gonna lurk in the shadows. Like, why are you bringing a shotgun? And Clyde's like, I don't know how to lurk in shadows. I have a gun, bro. I'm a detective. I shoot people. And so he goes off on his own. He's like, fuck you guys. You don't think I could do it? I'll show you. And Shiva's like, he's gonna die. And Robin's like, we gotta stop him. And Shiva's like, it's too late. He's already down the hallway. Like, we're not stopping him. We gotta go this way.
Oh no, don't go.
Exactly. So, it's so funny. There's this moment where Clyde is running through the hallways, and Shiva is like, there's a lot of traps, like a lot of booby traps, that we're gonna have to like stealthily get around. Meanwhile, Clyde is running through all of them. There's this like laser one, he just runs right through
he's
it.
setting off every alarm.
Exactly. Yeah. So when he gets up to King Snake's like penthouse, King Snake is like, hey Clyde.
Yeah, we know.
We know. You've been running up the building. We have cameras.
We looked you up on Wikipedia.
Exactly. And so Clyde and King Snake have this huge fight while Robin goes to grab the salt block out of the water, I guess. I don't even think it's in the water yet. Meanwhile, Shiva is conveniently just not around right now. I get you could say she's just beating up other ghost dragons, wherever they may be. And eventually Robin shows up at King Snake's place and sees that Clyde is dead. Oh. So King Snake killed Clyde, and King Snake's like, well, now I'm going to kill Robin. Man, it's been a bad couple of years for Batman. And so they get into a huge fight, and Robin kicks his ass a little bit, which is kind of surprising because he's been trained for like one day with a stick.
And the King Snake just beat a guy who beat him.
Yeah. And it's the staff with the hole in it that distracts him. And Robin like kicks him at a window. Not to his death. He falls on he grabs on to like the...
Of course.
Yeah. He doesn't fall to his demise. He just grabs the window. And he climbs... Or before he climbs up, I think he's like, boy, please, let me up. I'll stop being the villain. And Robin's like, I don't think so. I think you're going to stay the villain. And I'm not going to help you. I'm going to help Clyde, though. And he just picks up Clyde. He's dead. There's nothing he can do for him. Mm-hmm. So he's like, at least I'll bury him or take him out of, like, this horrible place. And when Robin leaves, Shiva kills King Snake. Like, he gets out of the window, and then she kills him.
I was going to say, that's kind of
or maybe she just lets him drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But...
cementing that she's the deadliest person in the world now.
But she didn't even do it.
Well, she did.
Yeah, she didn't really.
Yeah.
He was already dead.
So King Snake dies.
Wait. So Robin is the deadliest
So Robin is the deadliest person in the world.
So what does that mean?
Nothing. Because Shiva claims the title because Robin doesn't fucking know. He's like, yeah, he's just going to dangle there for the rest of his life. I didn't kill him. I just didn't save him.
What if he...
Which is just what Batman taught him.
Do you think if he did kill King Snake, ruthlessly pushed him out the window and let him drop to his death, would Shiva try to kill Robin?
Definitely.
Because he would be the deadliest then?
Definitely.
Oh, no.
And then Robin returns to Gotham. I think the Ghost Dragons also make their way to Gotham with like a whole bunch of cash, like just like dirty money, and Robin just like beats them all up and
takes
their money.
Really?
No, he doesn't take it. He just leaves it for the police.
His credit card gets a little thicker,
a little fatter. Yeah. He just leaves it for the police, and then he looks up and Batman's there, and Batman's like, "So I heard you had an interesting getaway, little interesting vacation, Robin. Why don't you tell me all about it?" And that's like the end. They just fly off into the sunset.
He's like, "No."
Yeah.
I don't want to talk
Robin's
about
like, "I killed a man. No, I'm different." But that is like the first... I didn't mention this in the beginning. Robin Reborn is the first solo Robin series ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a 5-issue miniseries.
Is that not counting Nightwing, or... Because he's not technically Robin, or did that not even happen?
That didn't even happen.
Really?
No, Robin was the first one. But
when
I think
did this come out?
1992?
Man,
or I think 1990.
That seems late for them to start. That's
they just
like
always
a whole untapped revenue stream right there.
So
Robin.
they gave him this 5-issue miniseries, and then after they gave him another 5-issue miniseries. So this one was Robin Reborn. The next one was Robin 2, The Joker's Wild.
Reborn again.
It's called The Joker's Wild, and it's the first time the Joker's return from being killed by Batman in Death in the Family. You remember at the end of that book when Batman and Joker are fighting in a helicopter, and then
Joker so that's the first time you see him again.
Exactly.
In the Robin book.
The first time it's confirmed he's alive.
Huh.
And then the third one, Robin 3, is called Robin Cry of the Huntress.
You don't like that one?
It's okay.
You said it in a way that
I just had like an itch in my eye.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cry
of the Huntress.
Usually you don't say that about books you like.
It's it's not one of my top favorite books.
Like, I was reading Hellboy.
Yeah. And then after Robin Cry of the Huntress, they finally gave him an ongoing series. So it started Robin #1 through whatever.
What, they didn't think Robin would work?
No.
They didn't think it would sell?
No.
Why?
I have no idea. Even though it did. Like, after the first... I understand the first miniseries.
And he's not even the original Robin.
No. But on, like, everyone's account, like, especially back then, Tim was, like, the fan favorite. Now, DC doesn't know what to do with him. So he's like the bum of the family. He doesn't know if he's a Robin, or if he's Red Robin, or if he's a Teen Titan, or if he's just living in
he's Red Robin?
Yeah. Later he becomes Red Robin.
See, I heard Damien call a Robin that. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, Red Robin's in the other..." I didn't know who that was.
He had like a stupid mask, like without the ears. Like it's like a Batman mask, but without the ears.
So just like a hood?
Yeah. Was he in the movie? That movie you were talking about?
Not that I saw.
Oh, never mind then.
But he just mentioned him by name.
Oh.
He's like, Red Robin, and... Because Damien was training to be Robin. And he was like, this Robin training is pretty tough, or whatever. He's talking to Alfred.
That sounds pretty out of character for Damien.
Yeah.
Who's like, by the time he's 4 years old, he's already the deadliest baby in the world.
I think he had been Robin for a while by that point. Yeah. But... So this is interesting. Yeah. So he's the fan favorite.
He was. And he is mine.
Okay.
Like, Tim is my favorite Robin. I like that he's the most intelligent one. You know how Batman is the world's greatest detective?
Yeah.
Batman has said that Tim one day will be the world's greatest detective. Mm. And I think out of, like, every Robin, I feel like Tim might be the most capable of being Batman. Because he has the brain and the brawn.
Yeah.
Even if he's not, like, the best fighter now, he could always get there. You know?
So I wonder if part of the reason that people like Tim more than Dick, because he just kind of joined Batman, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
But Tim, you get to see him grow and learn and experience the beginnings of
I feel
being
like
sidekick.
Man, I think Tim was Robin for like 20 years, from like 90 to 2007?
Man, imagine spend
2010? 2009? I don't know.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like when Damien comes in.
Oh, yeah,
Then Tim is like... When Damien's introduced, that's when DC's like, what the
Tim.
hell do we do
I
with
thought
Tim?
you were saying Dick.
Oh, no, Dick was...
Does he get older? Does Tim get older?
No.
So he spends like 10 years being 15?
Yeah, he's
that
now...
sucks.
I think he's currently 16 or 17.
Ah, he aged a year.
There's another character named Stephanie Brown who Tim had like they had a relationship.
Okay.
And she became a Robin for like 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. Maybe we'll talk about it one day.
Okay.
She also became Batgirl. And she became this character, Spoiler. Yeah.
So
she's just like Batgirl without the bat
costumes, or
yeah,
okay,
pretty much. And
like they couldn't find a place for her. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I like Stephanie Brown, and I like her and Tim as a couple, but I don't think they're together anymore because I feel like DC doesn't know what to do with either of them. But yeah, there's a pretty big thing that happens to Tim much later, which we'll talk about very soon. But for now, that's it. That's the book.
Okay.
That's all I'll talk about without getting into more spoilers of Tim's future career as Robin. Take a peek. In this collection, there's a lot of things leading up to the miniseries from just like Batman or Detective Comics. So it's like little adventures Batman would go on where Tim was in the book. Because Tim spent a lot of time in the Batman series before he even became a Robin. So by the time he puts on the costume, he's very familiar with everything. I should also mention Tim's like a hacker. And since it's like the 90s,
yeah,
he's
everyone's
like a total
hacker in the
exactly.
90s,
He's young, he knows computers. He's like
and
he knows the boast. He's like Donatello from the Ninja Turtles. Oh man.
Oh, he is. He's got the bow staff. He's the exact same character.
He's good with tech. He has the bow staff.
Which came out first?
He's a turtle.
I mean, obviously the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. We should cover the Ninja Turtles on this.
They have comics.
They do, man.
Have you read any?
I have.
Oh yeah. You told me they got ruined by the mold.
Yeah. Sad days.
So, what would you rate this book? Robin, Volume 1 Reborn.
I would rate it a Kevin Levin out of Ben 10. I really enjoy this first miniseries.
Yeah?
I think the second one is also good. And the third one's alright. What would you rate it? From my storytelling. From the things that happen in it.
It seems cool.
Yeah. Would you read this?
I would read it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you gotta love Robin to get into it.
Yeah.
If this was a movie, 50% of it would be training montages. Probably playing the same song.
Yeah, definitely.
So from like a storytelling aspect,
yeah,
I don't know. It serves the purpose of getting Robin to a point where he's capable of fighting with Batman.
There is like 3 training montages in this book.
Yeah, I thought.
But I kind of like it because they're all from different people.
Yeah, no, it's cool. But does it serve any purpose other than getting him up to speed? So people aren't like, how does a kid come off the street and start fighting with Batman? Not really.
No. But, I don't know. I dig it. I like that it's like, this is a Robin origin story.
Yeah.
You know?
It's cool.
Like, because
stakes are pretty high.
I mean,
the bubonic plague. That's pretty serious.
Yeah, insult.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I was reading this. I have the first issue of this, right? And I got it when I was younger. And I'd read it and I'd be like, wow! But like I never picked up the second or third or fourth or fifth. So I was like, wow, such a short story. I was like, yeah, it'll be left up to my interpretation.
He gets on a plane to Paris, and that's it. What a sweet little story.
I don't even know where the first issue ends. I think it ends with Robin meeting Clyde.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, wow, Robin has this guy he's hanging out with. That's cool.
So is the idea here to... I guess I should ask, did Batman Year One come out before this?
Yes.
Okay. So is the idea then to kind of mimic Batman Year One? Because that's mainly about... Not entirely, like, plot-wise.
No, yeah.
But just the idea of him hanging out with a
detective-type character?
Character in a new city he's not familiar with.
It could be. I never thought about it like that.
It's interesting.
It is. But, Robin Reborn. Tell us who your favorite Robin is.
Yeah, type it in the comments.
Type it in the comments below. It better Spotify. Be Tim. Yeah.
I think you can do polls on Spotify.
Can you?
Yeah. Wow. Maybe we'll do one of those.
Go check us out on Spotify.
Yeah, well, if they're listening to this...
Yeah, go listen over there, too.
I guess it could be...
When you're driving or something.
Yeah,
Don't YouTube and drive. Don't do that. I do that. It's not good.
You watch YouTube while driving?
Oh, man. You know what's epic about YouTube? How, like, you could play a video and then, like, close out of the app and it'll still play?
No.
No, it does that now.
No, you have to have YouTube Premium.
No, you don't.
Wait, really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I always hated that, how it stops playing. Yeah, show me right now. What?
I know.
Man, that's so wild. Cool. Yeah.
Technology. I bet Tim invented that.
Yeah, he did. He hacked into Apple and made that possible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening to this episode of the Off the Shelf podcast. We really appreciate having you here, listening to our voices in your ears. Vinny, you have anything else you want to add? What's your TikTok?
Oh, my TikTok is Being Off the Shelf. I make comic-related videos like every day or every other day. So yeah, if you like this podcast, maybe you want to listen to me talk some more.
Yeah, check him out.
And you can see my face, my beautiful smile.
He's got the most beautiful face I've ever seen. Oh. It makes me cry every time I see it.
Jeez, I'm blushing.
I'm going to take your face and wear it around town just so I can feel what it's like to be Vinny. That's awful. Let's end this episode. Goodbye.
Sorry.